What is up, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me on Random Topics Day. It is Wednesday before Thanksgiving. For those of you who maybe caught that error, you could ignore the live that just went live unannounced on the channel. This is the one that's the real one. So thanks for being here today. Happy Wednesday, happy day before Thanksgiving. I will be live streaming tomorrow at the same exact time, 9 a.m. And we're just going to have some fun and chill today and tomorrow and for the rest of the week because it's sort of an off week for most people, and especially now that we're midweek and right before Thanksgiving. Really excited for the Thanksgiving meal, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. But here's what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about all kinds of random different topics. And where are these random topics going to come from? They're actually going to come from you. So I want you in the chat live with us right now. Big welcome to Team Flynn and the Quarantine and all the members here. Thank you. We're going to have some fun because these ideas are going to be crowdsourced by you. But we're going to put all these ideas that you're going to come up with in just a moment. When I ask you, I want you to crowdsource. I'm just going to put them randomly as they come in into the Wheel of Names. You might remember the Wheel of Names, which we use on Fridays to do our giveaways. Well, instead of a giveaway, we're going to do a topic day, I guess you could say. And we're going to put all these names into, or all these random topics into a wheel. We're going to spin the wheel, and that's the topic that we're going to discuss. We're going to discuss it together. I'm just going to lead the conversation, and we'll have some fun in the chat here. And we'll see where this goes. We'll see where this goes. So really, really thankful you're here. We got Ryan, Elton, Bernard, Stephanie, Chinad. We got Peasant, Uprising, and Michael, and Grandma Goody. All the old gang is here, and I love that. So, welcome in. Thanks so much for being here, and let's have some fun. Welcome to the show.
This is the income stream to help you achieve your dream.
My other camera's not set up, so I'm not going to go behind the scenes yet.
It's the kind of show where you can come and go, but then you leave inspired with no fee required. The income stream with Pat Flynn.
All right. So, get ready, because I'm about to ask you what we should be discussing or talking about today. It could literally be about anything. It could be about business if you want. But remember, we're on holiday, so maybe we don't want to go there. You could if you want, and I'm here to help you. And I know a lot of you are using this time now to make headway on some of the projects that you have had going on for a while, and that's okay. A couple quick announcements, really quick. I do have my phone on, meaning not silent. And the reason is because we are running a special Black Friday sale for the SwitchPod. And if you don't know what the SwitchPod is, then you don't know me very well, but that's okay. The SwitchPod is an invention that is a tripod that actually our first sale was last year, a little over 13 or 14 months ago. Besides the Kickstarter campaign where we raised about $500,000 to launch this thing. Now it's here in its first real big Black Friday sale that we've had, now that we have multiple products, not just the tripod itself, which can easily turn into a vlogging apparatus. As you can see, you can hold your camera, and with a flick of a wrist, you can make that happen. Karma, thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. I appreciate you for that. But we also have our ball heads and our mobile adapter and stuff, and there's a big sale happening at switchpod.co. And you can check that out right now if you'd like. And if we make any sales during the stream, and again, it's not required that you do this, but we sent an email out earlier. I sent some social media tweets earlier. If we get a sale, we'll hear a cha-ching on the phone here, and I'll have this kind of by the microphone so we can all celebrate when that comes in. I've already gotten a few this morning, which is pretty cool, and they come in randomly. And sometimes they go hours without sales, and sometimes they just boom, 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 go back and back to back, which is pretty cool. So we'll see what happens. Daniela says, watched you make the prototype. Thank you. And the Black Friday sale is indeed until and through next Monday. So it's a Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale. And of course, everybody is making their Black Friday sales happen earlier. And I feel like Black Friday sales are going to happen Easter 2021 for the later half of 2021. It just seems like it keeps getting pushed further and further back to keep these deals going longer. So anyway, thank you for that. And switchpod.co is the place to go. And that's not, in fact, our tagline. But here's what we're going to do. I want to ask you in the chat what topics you want to discuss or are just randomly curious about, or even if you just want to see if we can have some fun. I'm going to put them in a wheel, and we're going to spin the wheel as we discuss these topics at random. So let me hear it, chat. What topics should we discuss? I'm going to put Wheel of Names up. You might remember the Wheel of Names here. And the Wheel of Names, unfortunately, can sometimes get a little bit laggy, but I'm going to remove everybody's name right now. And what I'm going to do is just start putting There's you guys there. So that's you, the chat on the left-hand side. So as these ideas come in, I'm just going to pop them into the wheel of names, and then I'm going to spin them, and then we'll go from there. So I wanted to give honors to Lex since he has been jailed for a while. He has been jailed for a while, but we got him back yesterday. We rescued him from the gulag, and we are ready to go. Topic: when do you make time to actually reading books? So time to read books, question mark. What else? We got GoFundMe advertising. Okay. GoFundMe advertising. Let's see. Yay, kids clapping, right? Let's keep going here. Scott, what's up? Jaya, welcome in. Thanks so much for joining us today. We are crowdsourcing ideas to pop into the wheel of names so we can randomly select things. Let's do the Thanksgiving dinner. Like what we're all going to have. Podcast marketing. Wow, you do want to keep it business-centric. That's okay. 2021 big challenge. Landing page funnel software. Cool. Voice acting. All right. That's going to be an interesting one. First time joining live. What's up, Eric? Thanks for joining us today. Appreciate you being here. Let's see. We got keep work from interrupting family time. So work and family balance. Let's keep going here. We got time management. That's kind of the same thing. So we'll put these together. Time management. We got, let's see, 8 entries. Let's see, topic, how to build a mailing list with minimal contacts and friends. So building an email list. You're creating the show today. I just want you to know, like, these are the things that we're going to be talking about. So please keep that in mind. I'll pop me in there. So we can, planning ahead. I wasn't sure what direction this was going to go. I thought it was going to be, random stories from childhood, but we did kind of talk about that yesterday. LinkedIn. We got closing sales. We got physical fitness, says Bill, which I know you know about because you have a lot of cool things around the house that you've been sharing with us on your Uncle Bill channel. Let's see. How to organize guests, podcast guests. Let's see. We got, will there ever be an event for people who become masters with a switch pod and create special tricks and dope moves? Yo, we got a sale. We got a sale of the switch pod. It just came in, our first one of the day. Every time they come in, we're going to do a little disco dance every time we get that sound. So we got one already, which is pretty cool. Okay, funny stories. Let's just do funny stories. Let's make that a topic. That's pretty general. Pivoting in 2021. We're going to go for 30 entries, y'all. We have 16 already, so let's keep the ideas coming, and we'll go from there. Best experience in Australia. Wow, I hope we land on that one because I love Australia. Best experience in Australia. Excellent. 17 entries. Let's see. Website policies. Wow, you really want this to be a very entertaining chat today, I can see. I did not hear that sound from the phone. Okay, let me see if I can maybe prop this up a little higher. Yes, I'm going to be using a unbroken sealed box of Pokemon cards to lift the phone even higher. I'm going to make sure the volume is all the way up. And somebody did place an order. Cool. Let's just leave that there. How to avoid Zoom fatigue. Avoiding Zoom fatigue. Fatigue, I can spell. Okay, 11 more. Philippine travel stories. Saudi's stories. Excellent. Website layout. Fantastic. Let's see. Best stuffing recipe. I might lose some followers when I tell you what the best stuffing is. We'll just keep that in mind for now. Delegating. YouTube video work, says Eric. Awesome. Thank you, Eric. I should have put the name of who said these things. Creating media. Isaiah, what did you mean by that? I'm sorry. Fun things you've done with your kids. Fun things I've done with kids during quarantine. Okay, 6 more. What are we doing, says Mahal. We are crowdsourcing ideas. I'm going to put them on the wheel of names, and then I'm going to spin the wheel, and that's going to determine the topics that we discuss. Ketchup on hot dogs is evil. Ketchup I like that there's some fun random ones here. Ketchup on hot dogs is evil, similar to pineapple on pizza, right? Let's see. You don't want to hear Uncle Bill's Philippine stories. Okay, I don't want to hear that. Gardening, says Jaya. I like that. Most inspiring customer story. Okay, 3 more. Best morning routine. Topic, all things Pat. And let's see, how to play games with your 80-year-old dad online. Playing games with 80-year-old dad. Let's go 5 more. Let's make it even more interesting. Let's see, Baby Ruth in the pool. Nah, we're not talking about Baby Ruths in pool. Best free software. Favorite slow song from 8th grade dance. Probably Nice and Slow by Usher. It's a little dirty, though. We're going to keep this kid-friendly. How to mingle with different generation of family. How to mingle with different generation of family. This is going to be good. How to sleep anywhere or run after an all-nighter. Okay, let's do just how to sleep anywhere. I'll do my best. And best 80s movies. Okay, we have 35 entries. Excellent. Thank you, chat, for that. And we're just going to kick this off. I'm going to hit spin. We're going to see where we land. I think it's going to give us a little like fanfare. I think that's the sound. But it's going to go like doo, 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 and we will just go from there. We'll see what happens. So let's spin the wheel. Then I'm going to go full screen again here as we discuss these topics. Let's make it happen. All right. What are we going to discuss? No whammies. There are no whammies here because these are all good, right? Bad hair day. All right, this is the sound is a little different. It hits different when it's a reaction to a thing that we spin on the wheel for topic versus like a winner. But sure, okay, let's fanfare in planning ahead. So, we got a sale. We got a sale, y'all. Did you hear that? That was a sale. We got a sale for the Switch Pod. That's 2 today. Help me keep track as we go along. I'm going to remove planning ahead, and I'm going to pop on some music. You guys want to hear some music? I think we're going to have some fun with this today. So let's go to youtube.com. As I always do when I pop in music, I'm going to hit up Harris Heller Stream Beats. We got another sale. Oh my gosh, that's 2 sales in a row, and I told myself we were going to dance. So let's dance. Okay, we have the hip hop, we have EDM, we have synthwave. We have not tried synthwave, but I think I'm gonna go lo-fi. Lo-fi is just our go-to, so let's go lo-fi. Who was it? I don't know who the sale was. It just tells me that there was a sale. I'm gonna raise this up a little bit higher because it seems like we will be getting quite a bit, maybe. But they come in waves. They come in waves for sure. So let's talk about planning ahead. So with 2021 on the horizon, of course, planning ahead is very, very important. One thing I love to do when I plan ahead is assess how my year has been, right? So we're talking about planning for 2021, but in order to plan for 2021, we want to know where we came from and how things are going now. There's no way to know where we want to go if we can't assess where we're at now and what we could do better, what we can do, what's called stop, start, and continue. That's why one of my favorite ways to plan is like, okay, let's assess now and let's run this exercise that we've run on the team many years before. Start, stop, continue. What should we stop doing that was something we tried and we're doing that isn't really moving the needle at all? Let's make a list of those. Start. What are things that we know we need to do that we hadn't yet started, or we said we were going to start but we just didn't get to yet, whether we know it's going to work or not, at least to run as an experiment. And then continue. What has been working, we want to continue doing that. In order to do this, I don't want to just look at my business though. I want to also look at my life and assess how things are going there. And actually, I was going to send an email out today. I will be sending it out in about an hour. It's an email that has a link to a quiz that we got another sale. Oh my gosh. This is pretty cool. We got a lot of sales coming in. I think Caleb may have just hit send on an email, that's why. So how did we do? Let's see. We got, oh, that was the Christmas light payment. Okay, but the other one that just went, that ding was the Christmas light payment for the person who kind of risks their lives to put Christmas lights on our house, which just happened this morning. But we got a sale of $132 from the Shopify store. Before that, $159 and $159 before that. So within 5 minutes, we had earned over $500 already. Now, of course, that's not all profit because we've paid for this inventory up front. We need to ship it and all that stuff. But that's awesome. So that's 4 already, right? That's 4. You're also going to hear some other notifications like Slack, most likely. So just keep that in mind. But let's, oh, we need to do the dance? Okay. No dance, watch your mouth. Okay, Bill, okay. I'm not going to lollygag on that. We're going to dance every time it comes in. So I was just very surprised that came in so quickly. So planning ahead, I do this assessment every single year because it not only helps me understand how my business is going, but also helps me understand how my life is going in terms of fitness, in terms of relationships and all that stuff. And I would love to share this with you now. If you go to smartpassiveincome.com/assessment, you will be taken to the Life Score assessment. This is from Michael Hyatt. So Michael Hyatt is a mentor of mine, a good friend. We have gone fly fishing together. I've spoken at his events. He's been on my podcast. We're really tight, and I really admire Michael specifically for how he injects his business into his life and how he gets his family involved. You know, of course, he's a little bit older, but he's still managing things and doing very well and is staying fit and healthy. And to help us, this is related to what we talk about every year, which is called his best year ever stuff. And this is a free assessment. Again, smartpassiveincome.com/assessment. And that's what we can use to determine, based on our finances, based on business, based on relationships, based on our health, where we might need some help, right? Vocational, parental, things like that. So we got, ooh. Caleb just texted. A certain online retailer ordered 50 tripods. What?
Bruh.
That's awesome. So SwitchPod is going crazy. That beat is so lollygagged. That, I don't know, Lex, if that works or not. You better be careful because we're going to put you back in jail if you... No, I'm just kidding. You're here forever. You're here forever. Yeah, I love that sound. I hear that on my Teachers Pay Teacher site. Now my kids cheer when they hear it. It's amazing that a $3 sale can do... what a $3 sale can do for motivation, says Teachers Making the Basics Fun. Thank you for that. And it's cool, right? I think it's always good to celebrate this, even the small wins, and I think that's important. Michael says, I lollygagged. I don't know what that means. And if you don't know what lollygag means, that probably sounds dirtier than it actually is. So anyway, that is planning ahead. So I would recommend taking this assessment. It's only going to take a few minutes. smartpassiveincome.com/assessment. And part of what Michael does is he has this thing called the Best Year Ever Journal, right? And the journal has been very important for my 2020. I'm going to be using it again in 2021. Mine is full. I'm waiting for my next shipment. But he has these really great things that allows you to plan on both a macro level, like 2021, what do we want to accomplish, but also a micro level. Okay, what's going to happen this month or this even this week, right? So that's what we are talking about. So that was planning ahead. Thank you for whoever put that in there. And we're going to hit another topic. We got a sale. Oh my gosh, so many sounds. So many sounds. Okay, my brain just exploded. Fun things I'm done with the kids during quarantine. All right, so let me make sure the sound's good. Okay, we're good. We ruminate, says Rob. So fun things that we've done. I mean, there's been so many fun things. We have learned how to garden together. In fact, both kids each have their own raised bed garden in the backyard. April and I have a separate one. We've been growing things. We just tore them down though because the harvest was over and we did okay. Our onions didn't do as well as we wanted to. Our broccoli was super like tiny. We got another sale. SwitchPod, baby, making some moves today on the Black Friday early discount, switchpod.co. There's the little dance. Ow. You ever like put your elbow on the table and you do this? I just did that. So fun things we've done together. Gardening has been really fun. It's been really fun to see them be patient with something, to work hard on something, and then reap the rewards of that, right? With their green beans and what else did we grow? Tomatoes were amazing, bright red, and we've had them in our meals. We put them in our chili and all this fun stuff, and the kids are eating their vegetables because they've grown them, which is pretty cool. Microgreens, if you want to get started with gardening, microgreens is a great place to start because it's relatively simple and you get to see results and eat the results within like a week. It's pretty amazing, right? So when it comes to other fun things, we've learned how to play cards. The kids now actually do know how to play poker. We also played another game called Left, Right, Center. If you haven't played Left, Right, Center, it's actually a really fun game. Very easy, just use it with dice. There's special dice for Left, Right, Center, but they sell it at Target. It's like $6. We have had a blast playing that game. What else have we done together? We have started streaming. In fact, many of you know Manos and Michael and GTO and a few others have come into the stream to watch me and the kids play Fortnite and play Among Us. And we've had some really good times doing that, and that's been a lot of fun. We've gotten back into Pokemon cards. We got into Pokemon cards a couple years ago, then it kind of went away, and now it's back in full force, especially as the market has grown. And we got another sale! We got another sale. This is crazy. That was a $133 sale. A minute ago, another $133 sale. 2 minutes ago, $132. 6 minutes ago, $132. Wow. That's awesome. I'm feeling very good about that. What other fun things have we done? We watched a ton of baking shows. So there's these kids baking challenges and Christmas and Halloween baking challenges, and we watched them together. And then Kai, our little one, had the idea during Halloween, since we weren't going to go trick-or-treating, to actually do an in-home baking challenge where we got a whole bunch of things, including fondant and modeling chocolate, like the whole shebang, and we just created our own creations. You might remember a visual of my creation, which was a witch, and that might be burned in your mind because it was so ugly. It was probably the worst thing I've ever done creatively, but the kids just rocked it. The kids killed it. Kai created a nice little ghost thing, and Keone created a little monster, and it was awesome. So that was really cool. That was really cool. Anyway, that's just a few of the fun things that we have done. We've gotten into clay. Clay is just been fun to just sit and relax and meditate with. We've created a lot of fun things. I'll show some of them. We got another sale. We got another sale. That one was for $130. Oh no, $17.99. That was $17.99. So that was probably for one of our little adapters. So anyway, the kids have been having fun getting creative and using their hands. Oh, Kai has also gotten into sewing little stuffed animals. So we've gotten a bunch of felt and some stuffing, and she makes like little characters. She's just made some stuffed animals. She has made some Among Us characters from some video games that we play. It's been really cool. So yeah, a lot of fun things that we're doing together. Let's spin the wheel. What do we got next? I don't hear the wheel anymore, which is okay, because it's kind of annoying. Oh, I thought it was going to be best 80s movies. Time to read books? Okay, I hear that. So this question was about, where do you find time to read books? So in our family, we have reading time right after lunch. So April will often read with the kids, and we've been reading a lot of Goosebumps books during the Halloween time, and now we're reading some more holiday type books. I got a book yesterday. Do I have it here? This is my next book. Not my next book, but the next book that I'm reading. Ready Player 2, baby. Ready Player 2 by Ernest Cline. Ready Player 1 was not a movie first, it was a book first, and probably my most favorite book of all time. It came out in 2011, became a cult hit, and is just so well written and so fun, especially if you were born in the 80s. You're gonna love this series, and Ready Player 2 just came out, and we are reading this together as a family. As dinner's getting ready or dinner's being cooked, we read together, and that's because we also want to use that time to sit down and turn the devices off and get into some paper and text for a while. And, well, we got another sale. We got another sale. We got another sale. Yo. I did dance on the last sale. I did. Oh, that one's for $16? Yo. Okay, that's still good. It's a sale is a sale, right? A sale is a sale. So anyway, this book is absolutely amazing, and we're going to be reading it. Now, where do I personally find time to read? Because I'm not reading business books with the family. They would just be bored to death, and they like adventure stuff and fantasy and all those kinds of things. So for me, when I wake up early in the morning, typically 5:30, I practice my miracle morning. And even for just 15 minutes, I'll just get a chapter in a book as I'm drinking coffee. After I've gotten into the garden and watered the garden, I come back in the house and I'm sipping on a coffee, and I'm just reading my book. I'm chipping away at it. But the other important thing about reading books, especially if you're reading books for personal development or business or other things that you have going on, reading like adventure books, and this is just entertainment, right? But when you're reading nonfiction and you're reading books to kind of help improve some area of your life or business, I really, really, really cannot stress how important it is to implement just-in-time learning. And what that means is only allowing yourself to learn about the things that are on your plate right now. Because we could be reading books about all these things that, yes, maybe we want to do, but we have things that we need to do right now. And what this does is it allows me to get through those things and just have hyper focus, because sometimes when we read books that are about things that we don't need to do right now, it can either distract us and take us away from the things that we've already said yes to. So that's really important. So I just ordered it. Can't wait. Awesome. So one spin counts as a dance. Well, there's going to be a lot, Bill. There's going to be a lot of sales, it seems. So I don't want to get too tired here for you. Anyway, Entrepreneur's Toolbox with Johnson says, I just ordered it. Can't wait. Where are you from, Pat? I am from Connecticut. I was actually born in Connecticut. That's a fun fact. My birthday's coming up, by the way. And that just reminded me that maybe on my birthday, December 6th, we'll do a fun little, how well do you know me? Like, I don't typically have the spotlight on me. Yo, we got a sale! We got a sale, baby. But maybe we'll do a fun little, because you know all those fun facts at the beginning of my podcast. Maybe I'll just do a little this or that, right? Either.io, but about me. And see how well. Yo, we got another sale! Yes! 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 That's a dance when I go. Awesome. Jeez, this is crazy. But it'll be a fun little just kind of quiz. Maybe we'll give away some stuff. We'll see what happens. But anyway, well done, y'all. This is fun. Let's spin again. All right, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Best 80s movies? Ooh, no, How to Sleep Anywhere. I know you're just joking, Bill. All right, we got How to Sleep Anywhere. So this was, I think, from one of our new members, Eric, right? So luckily for me, I have always been great at just being able to sleep anywhere, like on a plane or in a car or what have you. But I don't want to talk about that because that's like different people have different kinds of sleep patterns and trouble with that. I do want to offer a recommendation for a book if in fact you're having trouble sleeping, called Sleep Smarter by a good friend of mine, Sean Stevenson. He actually has one of the only podcasts that I listen to. I only listen to two right now, Tesla Daily with Rob Maurer and the Model Health Show with Sean Stevenson. Those are literally the only two podcasts that I listen to on the regular. Every once in a while, I'm going to go find a topic that I need help on, and I'll find some from Amy Porterfield or Chalene Johnson and others, and that's kind of where I get most of my just-in-time learning from. But Sean Stevenson, related to health, he's written a book called Sleep Smarter, and there's a lot of tips in this book that I implemented and overnight, literally overnight, saw immediate results from. From sleeping in a room that's a little bit colder than you would normally think that you might want it. When you sleep and things are a little bit colder, it does certain things to your body and it allows you to get into a deeper sleep and have a better night's sleep. This is why oftentimes when we sleep in hotels that, you know, where it's a little bit cooler and the temperature's a little bit easier to control, you have a better night's sleep. Similar also with the hotel analogy is when you can black out as much of the light as possible. Having blackout curtains over the windows and closing the door or making sure the lights are off completely. Your skin apparently can see light, and it absorbs that light, and it'll kind of trigger you to, awake, or at least not go to sleep or be as asleep. Having less clothing on. I'm not saying like we need to sleep in our birthday suits, but I've noticed that if I'm more light on what I'm wearing, I'm actually having a better sleep. And like things like that are in the book, and it's just really nice because you don't have to implement all of them, but even just a few of those things can help you get a better sleep. Of course, I think the bed that you have and the pillows that you have are really important too, but a lot of these things that Sean talks about in the book and these tricks, if you will, do work, and it's been really nice. So hopefully that helps. For the older guys and gals, says Bill, CPAP helps with sleep a lot too, as many have sleep apnea. Thank you for that. Cool. Like hibernation, indeed. Pat is waking me up, though. Just give me a good rock and a semi-flat place to lay down. I listen to 9 podcasts regularly now, down from 30. Hey, that's good. You've cut out quite a bit, 66%, which is great. I've had cases of falling asleep on the train or at home from work and missing my stop. Usually that was the last train of the day on the line. Oh no. I love my bed, says Boris. I have a tough time sleeping on other beds. I'm picky with my sleep habits. I also think the thing that helped me with sleep more than anything was actually having a coffee curfew. So my coffee curfew is 2 p.m. If I have a coffee after 2 p.m., I know I'm gonna be up late and have trouble sleeping. But if I have a coffee which has like an 8-hour half-life, if my last coffee is before 2 p.m., then I'm typically better at falling asleep. The Thrifty Pickers, dang, I'm late. Sorry guys, I finally made it. No worries, I'm glad you're here. We are crowdsourcing from a list of 35 topic ideas that were given to us at the beginning of the show from you. And we're going to spin the wheel again and choose our next topic. Let's go. Favorite slow song from 8th grade dance. Okay, I have to think back to 8th grade. So when was I in the 8th grade? So if I'm 37 now, when was I? So 8th grade, so I'm gonna use my son as an example. Yo, we got a sale! 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 We got a sale. That was for $133, by the way. Wow. Crazy. Valerian root helps with sleep. Valerian, is that from Star Wars? Which sector is that in? Sorry. Oh yeah, you're right. Nick, you got the era right. I think, actually my favorite slow song was actually not a Boyz II Men song. My favorite slow song was from a group called All for One. And they have a very popular song that you might remember. It's called I Swear by the Moon and the Stars in the Sky. You might have seen that also at the end of a Minions movie. They did that parody on that song. Anyway, that's the group, All for One, but I Swear was not my favorite song. They have another song that was actually a cappella that I really loved. And it was the one that goes, as we stroll along together, walking all alone. That song, do you remember that song? And then there's that part in the middle where the guy goes, hey baby, I never thought I'd love anybody as much as I love you. All for one, baby, all for one. That's what I'm talking about. Stairway to Heaven. Yeah, if you're in the chat, what was your 8th grade slow song? We'll give you some shout outs here in the chat. Boyz II Men for sure, right? What was Boyz II Men? Boyz II Men, we have Water Runs Dry. We have Down on Bended Knee. I'll make love to you like you want me to, and I'll hold you tight, baby, all through the night. Dragstar, that's what I'm talking about, Dragstar. Yo. Dude, it's been a good week. It has been a good week. What are we referencing? We're referencing Tesla stock. Holding long, though. It's just nice to see it go up. It's very tempting to sell part of that position and invest in some Pokemon cards. But Casey and JoJo, all my life. We got a sale. We got a sale. We got a sale. We got it. I'm doing my 80s fitness jazzercise dance for Bill. Congrats on the sale, Pat Flynn. It's always great hearing that, cha-ching. We just heard another one, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That was a nice one. That was a nice one. Woo. Sing tonight your current favorite song. My current favorite song, Baby Shark Doo Doo. No, I'm just kidding. I'm so sorry about that. What is my favorite song right now? You know, I've been having a nice 90s / early 2000s Blink-182, Green Day, All American Rejects, Lit. Who else was in there? Jimmy Eats World. Bowling for Soup. Like that genre right now, I have when I'm just like in the garden or working or like running or something. I don't know why I'm back on that, but I was a huge Blink-182 fan for sure. Ray Edwards with The Message in a Bottle. Are you kidding me? That is awesome. Ray, I'm sorry I wasn't able to join the call this morning, but Message in a Bottle. Now, Message in a Bottle, okay. I thought you meant Genie in a Bottle by Christina Aguilera. And I just had this incredible vision of Ray Edwards singing along, maybe at a karaoke bar, to Christina Aguilera's Genie in a Bottle. And I'm sad that I've reread your message and it says Message in a Bottle. But I'm going to say it was Genie in the Bottle because I want to see that happen one day. I'm a genie in a bottle, baby. Yeah, come on in, let me out. Ray Edwards, Police. Love it. Blink-182 says Jeff the Ref. Dude, this is sick. I love reliving the past with you. Burned by Usher. Good one, for sure. Anything Usher is good. Right, what's that? It's 7 o'clock in the top, and it's 7 o'clock in the dark, and in my drop top, cruising the streets, I got a real pretty little thing that's waiting for me. Pulled up, anticipated. This is so good. I may have had a crush on Britney Spears a very long time ago. So Britney Spears, Oops, I Did It Again. I play with your heart. I have FOMO with all these songs. Man, Usher, Caleb, not an Usher fan. It's all good. It's all good. Song preference is a very personal thing, of course. Destiny says, Pat, you're going to be in great shape after all the sales you're getting. Maybe you should have a rapper album. I could see you rapping. Yo, there is this guy here on YouTube. Not always family friendly, but he's done some family friendly videos. So in case you want to watch them, Chris is his name. He is a rapper from England, and he's just mind blowing. So look up Chris Rapper. He does improv rap. So he's a comedian. Can't remember his last name right now. In fact, if I go to, I want to give him credit because just this guy is mind blowing. I've been obsessed with his videos lately. Chris Turner. And he has 293,000 subs. He's blown up on YouTube right now. You can get in before he gets to 1 million. He will have his own Netflix special. I promise you this. Mark my words, Chris Turner will have his own Netflix special, right? Yes, that was nice and slow. But Chris Turner is a rapper who crowdsources topics from the audience live and on the spot can create the most epic rap out of all the topics, and he connects them together and he tells stories. He's just not like saying words that rhyme, but he flows. He's so good. Dude, so good. I highly recommend it. Some of the most entertaining videos I've seen on YouTube the entire year. Like literally crying because I'm so stoked on his stuff. Chris Turner. Anyway, by the way, I just noticed my background here. You see this? It says, have you made a fan today? That's something that I ask myself every day, just to make sure that I continue to come up and show up and be of service to you. Really great topic. Whoever popped in that idea to do 8th grade slow dance songs, and then it just got us into our 80s stuff. Cassandra. What's up, Cassandra? Great to see you. Thank you so much for coming in today. All right. Let's go. It would be fun to rap and pretend or try. We could maybe do like maybe I could crowdsource from the list of things we have today and maybe make a rap out of it. No, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Let's see. Wheel of Names. Right? I'd be like, see like voice acting up here. My head goes to, hey, you're a voice acting. Spray your feet with tough acting to acting. It's like it rhymes, and that's kind of clever, but like, what does voice acting have to do with spraying your toes because you have athlete's foot? I have no idea, but this guy can like make sense, which is pretty good. Anyway, let me spin the wheel again. Oh man. Oh, we need the music. There we go. Yes, please. That's what I'm talking about. Best 80s movies. We have actually somewhat avoided a lot of the business stuff that you guys wanted to talk about, so I apologize about that. But we did have 35 things. So let's talk about some of the best 80s movies. Yesterday, the family and I watched Back to the Future 2, because 2 days ago we watched Back to the Future 1. And I promise you, every time I watch Back to the Future 1 at least, I cry every time because I just love the writing. It's so well done. It's so well filmed. I just am so obsessed with that movie. So I think we all know it's a little bit cheating, this question for me, because in particular, y'all know I love Back to the Future. But I'd love to know what movie from the 80s you love. I want to know what movie from the 80s you love. There's another movie. There were a lot of karate movies that came out during the time, from Karate Kid to, and of course Star Wars is up there, and that's Indiana Jones and all those. I mean, those are key, right? Those are just like mandatory. You must mention them when you talk about these kinds of movies, right? But yo, we got a sale. Yo, we got a sale. I can't do it this way. I can only do it this way, right? Where I go boom, 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 boom. We made a sale. How did that sale go? $44.53. Somebody bought a ball head. I love it. Lots of good stuff. Goonies, great one. RoboCop, love it. RoboCop reminded me of this movie with like a robot, Johnny Five. I think he was almost like a Wall-E type character, but he was built to be a weapon, but then actually like had like feelings and stuff. That sounds really weird. What other movie did I like? Oh, the karate movies. Kickboxer, Bloodsport, No Retreat, No Surrender was a great one. Goonies, Princess Bride was so good. Full Metal Jacket, nice. Short Circuit, yes, Ryan, thank you. Oh man, I have to. Gremlins is up there. I'm wondering if Short Circuit is kid friendly. It's funny because a lot of these movies from the 80s that I watched as a kid, there were a couple of them, I can't remember exactly, but there were a couple of them that we shared with our kids like years ago. My daughter was like 5, my son was like 7 or 8. And I was like, I didn't know that a lot of these movies from back in the day were actually not something that I would want to share with my kids quite yet. Even Back to the Future has some, interesting tones and, has some language, and the kids, thankfully, they know what's right and what's not right as far as language. But when you start talking about parking in a parking lot with a girl, but the girl happens to be your mom, but she has the hots for you, you start to wonder if you should have waited a few years before sharing that movie with your kids. The 80s were definitely a different era. Number 5 is Alive, says Ray. Nice. No, Disassemble, Johnny Five, right? Do you think that when they created Wall-E, they got inspiration from Johnny Five? I would imagine so. Breakfast Club, Rite of Passage movie, That's a great one. That's the one with the boombox at the end, right? Batteries not included. Great movie. Actors with athletes' mouth. Ew, gross. I'm sorry, I can't help shouting. 80s movies are my jam. It's okay, K-Walk. All That Jazz, Short Circuit, Princess Bride. Let's see, Big Trouble in Little China. When did Switching Places come about? That was a good movie. That was another one I watched as a kid. Trading Places, excuse me. Trading Places with Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy. Yeah, 83. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. This was a great movie. Trading Places. Wasn't Coming to America an 80s one too? Coming to America, 88, indeed. What else comes to mind? Weird Science. I saw Weird Science. Yep, that was an 80s film too. I don't know why I was allowed to watch that as a kid, but I did. And that's that. So anyway, that was a fun conversation. Thank you. Now, the question is, are we going to keep this kind of going on the sort of history lesson here from our past, or are we going to go into business-related things? Right next to website policies, did you see that? We did not get website policies, and I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. Probably a good thing. But anyway, let's chat about best experiences in Australia. I first went to Australia in 2008. Had just gotten engaged to April. She had family in Australia, and I went on a family trip with April and her in-law, and my future in-laws, and we got to meet the family there. We went to Sydney, we went to Melbourne, and we went to Brisbane, because our family was in Brisbane, but we took a trip together. We also hit up the Gold Coast, which was beautiful, and that was an amazing experience. I really loved seeing the Sydney Opera House in person, because I had studied it in architecture. We actually had built it. And I don't know if you've seen the Sydney Opera House and understand how it was actually built, but if you take like a sphere and you chop up the sphere and take the blocks out and spread them out, that's exactly how the shape of the Sydney Opera House was created. So to go inside and be in there and be in the sphere and kind of, there wasn't anything that we saw in there. Like it's a concert hall, but we didn't watch anything in there or listen to anything, but just walking through was a surreal moment. Because that was actually right as I was transitioning out of architecture and into business. I had just started Green Exam Academy at the time, and back then it was inthelead.com. And so that was fun. But ever since then, I've gone back to Australia 6 times. Once to speak, 5 times to visit family. And Brisbane is my all-time favorite part. Although I have to say, Melbourne is a close second, because Melbourne has the best coffee in the world. Yes, the best coffee in the world. You cannot, and I'm sorry if you're maybe from Italy or Colombia or whatever, but Australian coffee takes the cake for sure. 100%, way better than American coffee. It's just so good. And Melbourne has like the best hole-in-the-wall coffee places and areas that you can go to for that. What was that? Oh, cool. All right. So let's keep talking here. Australia, probably my favorite Australian experience was actually the time I went to go speak. I was able to negotiate for this event I was at to get paid to go and speak at this event, but also as a part of the payment to have my family come and have a vacation paid for as well. So on top of my speaking fee, I was able to negotiate a vacation, which was pretty cool. So I brought the family. My daughter was 1.5. My son was about 3.5. And this event was sponsored by the Board of Tourism in Queensland. And what was really nice was, as a result of that, all I had to do was blog about some of my experience. Well, part of this experience included getting flown in a private plane. It was a little 12-seater, I don't remember the name of it, but we got to fly kind of very low altitude across some of the islands along the Great Barrier Reef, and we landed on an island called Lady Elliot Island. And on Lady Elliot Island, we didn't know this until we got there, but our pilot owned the island. He bought the island in the 70s, back when it was literally just barren. And it was barren because it was used to process guano, which was bat poo, which was used for, I don't know what it was used for, in fact, to be honest. But he had purchased the island. He bought it. He was able to reseed it and get things implanted there, plants, and from going to 0 wildlife, other than like random seabirds, to 20,000 different species of animals was just amazing. On top of that, he was able to power the whole island. Its electricity came from geothermal and solar. And this person, Peter, is the name of the owner of the island. He was so gracious with his time. He invited us to the island. We didn't stay overnight, although some people do. In fact, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, when they were together, once stayed on that island. And he gave us a tour, and he brought us in the water, and he was showing us all the animals, and he was super friendly with the kids. He would like kneel down and talk to Kai about what a sea cucumber was and how the starfish can regenerate its limbs when they get cut off, and that's sort of a safety feature. It was just the most amazing experience. And Peter was really cool because he and I got in a lot of chat together about business and life and, you know, what is really important, and, you know, to see him and what he was doing on this island and to then share that with the kids. And we have these beautiful pictures and images. It was amazing. I'm wondering if that's on, let's see, Pat Flynn, Lady Elliot Island. So I wonder if these pictures still exist. So here we were. This is a blog post from 2014 at patflynn.com. This was the Gold Coast. It was very cloudy. But we went to Dream World. Here I am getting eaten by a crocodile. Lady Elliot Island. So there's the plane. Here's how small my kids were. Look at that. That's insane. Here's Pete. He let me fly the plane too, actually, for a little bit. That's the island. And look at that. That's incredible. This is just like the tide, right? The tide goes in, the tide goes out. But he was able to take this island that was barren. There's the runway. And there was a little lighthouse here. Here's like the main area where you could come in and have food and meet the staff there. See, here's Pete chatting with our kids. My son holding a little sea cucumber. Saying, why is this squirt water out the back? Yeah, this was really cool. That was the best experience I've ever had in Australia. And thank you to the Board of Tourism in Queensland and to Darren Rouse from Pro Blogger, which is the event I was at. That was so dope. That was so dope. That was so cool. I miss that. I miss traveling. Do y'all miss traveling? If you can go anywhere right now, where would you go? Let's talk about that. Right now, I would definitely go to Australia. I want to go to Japan so bad, especially after getting into Pokemon and food. I love Japanese food. I want to go to Japan. I want to go to Japan right now. Oh, good times. Good times. I'm glad I could share that with you. Thank you for whoever popped in that topic of best. I think that was, who was that, Peter? I can't remember who that was, but thank you. What's up, Paximus? Great to see you here. Thanks for all the comments, by the way. Fertilizer. They were using guano as fertilizer. Thank you. Cool. Also, Boris, or Destiny, who's here, who also loves bacon, by the way. I gave you a shout out. I don't think you were on yesterday, but I did want to thank you for the kind note that you gave me, as well as the Blu-ray DVD, which I do have. Boris hooked me up with this. I got it, and I love it. Thank you so much. Back to the Future in 4K Ultra Digital. Yes. So, you can tell I'm kind of a nerd here, and I love 80s stuff. And we talked a lot about 80s stuff today, which is pretty cool. I got 4 minutes left. Let's spin the wheel one more time. So sorry we weren't able to get into all of these different things. What if we ended on like website policies and stuff? Let's just see where we end up. Landing page and funnel software. Yo! We're still gonna talk about it anyway. It's okay. Actually, I don't know if I shared the screen with you or not, but we're on landing page and funnel software, which is okay. You know, I think a big goal that I think a lot of us should have for 2021, I'm going to combine some of the things here, is to grow our email list. And one of the best ways to grow your email list is, of course, to have a landing page that then offers something. So in addition to just the software, which is really important, right? I think ConvertKit has all the things that you might need to do it on a basic and foundational level, and they're getting even better with some of the more advanced stuff as far as landing page design, customization, all that kind of stuff. But there are other things out there like ClickFunnels and of course Kajabi if you want an all-in-one system that also includes online courses and whatnot. I like to use the best for each tool. So the best email service provider, ConvertKit, the best online course provider, Teachable, the best, you know, that's kind of how I roll. And I like to integrate those things because I know each of those teams are focused on making that part of that experience the best ever. But I think the most important thing is just to understand, okay, well, where are people coming in from? What might they need the most help with? Creating a tool or an opportunity to learn more about that, to then exchange that for their email, and then to then continue that journey. And it's a journey, right? People do not want to be sold right away, and they want to be sold things that actually are helpful. They don't want your online course. They don't want to sign up for your email list. They want the thing that is on the other end of all of that, right? So just keep that in mind. And as we move forward into 2021, hopefully you do have these goals specifically to help you grow your subscriber base, to help you collect more fans and serve them more. I mean, that's really what it's all about. But also remember that every individual, every subscriber, every follower, every fan, every like, every thumbs up, every thumbs down is a real person. And it's really important to understand at the human level who they are, what they might need help with, how you can best serve them, what their biggest challenges, their biggest struggles are. And that's, to me, what the power of email is. It's the ability for you to collect that information, to archive it, to then analyze it, and make some decisions from there. And hopefully going into 2021, you have an understanding of what it is that you can do to best serve your people. So I appreciate you for today. I'm looking forward to spending some time with you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific, same time. We're going to spend Thanksgiving together. I'm going to just chat about random things. In fact, what I'm going to do is maybe just keep this wheel up and we'll have it ready for tomorrow. So that way we can have some more fun talking about some of these topics. And just, you know, I'm going to start tomorrow with sharing a little bit about what we're grateful for. And definitely thank you for being a part of this conversation with me and crowdsourcing with me these ideas. And it ended up becoming a really fun episode. I wasn't really sure where it was going to go. And that's part of the fun, of course. But we did talk about a lot of things like 80s movies, reliving some of our past together, favorite 8th grade slow dances, super fun, right? Ray says, amen, don't sell the thing, sell the thing under the thing. Indeed, right? Thank you, Ray. Appreciate you coming in. Thanks for all the thumbs ups, everybody, and I look forward to hanging out with you tomorrow. So thank you again one more time, switchpod.co if you want to get a special Black Friday deal that's happening right now. It makes a perfect gift for your creator friends. A tripod that'll do everything for you, from be a tripod to fold up super thin and nice and pack away. It's not even a pound, it's 11 ounces. And in an instant, you could put it back. And that's what the SwitchPod's about. There's a deal going on right now. You can save quite a bit, lowest price it ever has been. And I appreciate you and everything that you do. So thank you, everybody. Appreciate you. Team Flynn for the win, as always. And have an amazing Wednesday. And let's enjoy Thanksgiving together tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, just for a little bit. Again, I know you have family stuff going on most likely. If you just want to pop in to say hello, that's cool too. But enjoy the day. Have fun. Thank you. Peace out. Team Flynn for the win.
This is the income stream.
We're going to get a sale. We're going to get a sale. Let's see if we can get one in the last minute here. How many sales did we get today? I think we had over 10 for sure, which is crazy. It's crazy. Share, all good. Glad you're here. Look at that, right on time, right on time. Be safe, be honest, and keep picking, y'all, says Thrifty. That is sweet. Thanks, Bill. We got one! Oh my gosh! We got one at the last minute. How cool is that? Yo, that's sick. That is sick. And that was $159. Yo, that's crazy. Good times, y'all. Good times. Thanks for making me smile. Thank you for you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out, yo. Bruh. Crazy. Love it.